Get to work. Hello and welcome to another interview on Outliers Unlimited. And here, for our next Outlier interview, I have with me a student at Pittsburgh State University, Mr. Andrew Hardin. Andrew, welcome to Outliers Unlimited, and thank you for letting me interview you today.
Thank you for letting me come. Yes.
Now, for those of our viewers who don't know, could you please tell us why you're here? Or what I mean is, what makes you an outlier?
Well, because I have several conditions that most people don't have. I have Asperger's, that makes me antisocial, apparently, and it really stresses me out, making me more antisocial because I'm nervous about being antisocial. I have ADHD.
Could you be a little specific on ADHD, please?
ADHD is a condition. Sorry. It's a
condition. What kind of condition?
Okay, it's a hypo. What's it called? An active hypo disorder. Well, basically, I have a lot of hyper energy.
Hyperactive activity disorder.
Yes. Luckily, yes. So I do have more hyper energy, and it makes me have trouble focusing. Like for example, I get distracted a lot of times in class, and I have class. If I'm hearing right, it can be a little complicated at times. And I guess, definitely. Because see, for example, the only way I even focus in class is if I'm taking notes actively. If not, then I tend to get myself distracted if I'm just listening, because listening. So I that's why. And I always find myself needing to do something like this. You see how I'm playing my ring right now?
I see that, yes.
Yeah. Normally, I need to do something. My hands always need to be busy. That's the thing. So it's either I'm playing with a toy, playing with me, or doing something like that. That's why I focus when I'm taking notes, because my hands are busy doing something. I focus. I have trouble focusing. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes,
I also have speech issues.
Space issues?
No, sorry. S-P-E-E-C-H, speech.
Oh, speech.
So
my mistake. I thought you said space.
I tend to talk fast or not loud enough sometimes, so it's hard to hear. Or I yell, but I don't know it. I'm sorry. Just want to make sure people know me.
No, nothing to apologize for, but I do appreciate you clarifying. All very helpful. You said that you had a multiple. Not multiple.
No,
wrong word. More than one condition. Would you say they are disabilities?
Yes.
Developmental disabilities?
Yeah, I would say so. It's really like I see if I don't take I'm deaf. And my Asperger's is a bad one, but I would say my ADHD is worse, kind of, because, for example, if I don't take my medication, like what happened this morning.
You take medication for it?
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess no.
No. I'm just clarifying for our viewers.
I'm sorry. I guess knowing more than others. Okay. See, every single day, I take full pills. 2 of them are for help me calm down and focus for my ADHD. I take some medication to help calm my blood pressure because my family have had a history of high blood pressure, and I also take medication to help me focus. I think. So sorry, help me de-stress. That's not for my ADHD, but what happened today? I woke up at 8 in the morning, right?
In the morning?
That's the time I always wake up. But since I didn't take my medication, I was not focused in grabbing food and getting ready to start doing some important schoolwork I needed to get caught up on until I got myself to take my medication at 10. And then I was able to go grab breakfast. What I'm saying is I didn't eat food, even though I really wanted to, because I couldn't focus until I took my medication. Sorry, I'm not that clear, guys.
I see.
Basically, yeah, because when I don't take my medication, it's really hard for me to focus on doing anything, basically. And end up doing things that make no sense. Trying to fix it. I build with Legos a lot. I love building Legos.
Do you?
it's really good. I love it, but even though it does take a lot of time, maybe obsessing, and I was basically trying to fix a problem with the Lego thing I built for like basically I think about 2 hours or watching Netflix. Well, it was just for someone, and I was doing that stuff, right? But I knew I was supposed to be eating food though. You see, when I was looking at the case, I tend not to focus on the white stuff, basically.
So, if I may ask, if from what I'm hearing, it sounds like your medicine allows you to, how might one say, prioritize your time.
Yes.
Like prioritize your concentration.
Yes, exactly. Prioritize. Yes.
Also, now you were saying the different disabilities you have and the medication. Do you remember when you were diagnosed? To start with, why don't we say Asperger's? Do you remember when you were diagnosed with that officially? If you were you ever diagnosed officially?
I was. I wasn't there for when the doctor said it was, but I know my mom told me I had Asperger's. Trying to remember. I think I want to say around kindergarten or first grade. But yeah, first grade, I think. When I was in first grade.
Would you say you're about 6 or 7 at that age?
Maybe. Yeah, but
that seems pretty early in life to learn something like that.
Yeah, I know. It may not be accurate, but I know it was sometime, I believe it was in elementary school, I believe. I know it's sometime though. I don't know if I still actually don't know if I was born with it or not. I know that my dad has Asperger's.
Does he? Does your father? I was not aware of that.
Oh no, yeah, he has Asperger's. So it could be a genetic thing.
I can relate to that. What I mean is sharing traits from families. If you don't mind my asking, that's an interesting point you bring up. You say your father has Asperger's as well.
Yeah, Sean Hardin.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, yeah, my dad, Sean Hardin.
I was just asking his name.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's awful. No, sorry. I don't know. Do I ask permission for people to say things? I probably should ask permission.
I think it's all right. But I think maybe now we should kind of
Sorry.
No, you were perfectly fine. The reason I asked was, do you think that kind of helps your kind of how might one say, the influence of having your disability? Like, do you think that kind of helps you personally feel better about having it?
Oh yeah.
Like being able to relate to your father?
Oh yeah, because now even though I don't communicate as much with him as my mom, because he's kind of more strict and stuff, I do feel better because he's really good. At least he doesn't really act any different from other people, and he is really social. So it doesn't make me feel good that I know I can be like him someday.
It does make you feel good, or it does not make you feel good?
It does.
Oh, I just had a hard time hearing, but I am glad to
Sorry.
hear that it does. How, and you said you also had ADHD or the other, what was the other disability? Recollect, please?
Oh, I
remember hearing Asperger and ADHD.
And well, I'm not for sure if I physically have it, but I believe I did a teeny weeny bit of OCD.
OCD, and for those who don't know, could you please describe that?
An obsessive compulsive disorder. My brother has it too, like really bad for Jones. I don't want to go through this stuff though, but I'm not sure if I have it really or not. But I think I picked up a thing from my brother, where I have to, for example, if I touch something or someone, sometimes a voice in my head, sometimes a voice in my head tells me I have to go touch them again. And basically it's probably more mental stuff. It's sorry, I wrote off point for interview.
No, it's alright.
But it does affect me, damage me a little bit, but it's only when I really think about it. I'm not sure if I do have that. But I do know a condition that I do have, but does affect me with school though.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, it's on this though. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. That's all right. I was just wondering, did you have any friends growing up? Like, would you say that
Yeah.
it made it harder or easier to make friends? How did that kind of influence your social skills, ability to approach people?
Oh well, I had friends. Now I may not have. Well, actually, I feel like when I was younger. Well, I did have. Sorry. Well, that's kind of complicated. I have friends. Like opposing people, I can do easily, right? Because actually, I used to even have a best friend with me. My best friend, you know. Like I can talk to people. But I think it was more of a notion. I think I more had issues of hanging out with people, like going to their houses, you know. Or,
So in other words, it was from what I'm hearing, it wasn't so much engaging with people. It was branching out of comfortable environments.
yes, because I've throughout my years in high school. Throughout my years of I don't say kindergarten through high school, I've always was able to talk to people and have really good relationships. Like I even had a really good best friend in math in kindergarten, Logan. Still, but I talked to him, like I talked to him a lot, right in school and stuff, and with my friends, you know, I was able to talk a lot. But I've always had, I don't know. I remember I did go to different sleepovers with another good friend I had, Jason, when I was little. But I don't really like follow the models of what other people do. Like regularly go to hang out all the time to like a friend's house or stuff like that. I don't. I mean, I did birthday parties, you know, and stuff, and people did hang out, but with me, you know. But I was not always the best at that, I think.
I see. How can I put this? I need to get my train of thought. I was wondering, how would you say your disability has affected your ability to communicate with people, or also just as well, how would you say it's kind of affected? Well, you're in college, yes?
Yes.
And what are you majoring?
Oh, I'm majoring in history with a minor in sociology.
Interesting. And what made you want to pursue history?
Well, basically, it was like a last resort because my sophomore year, I still had no major I could really decide on. And I knew that I was coming up, like only had 2 years left of college. So, and I remember loving history in high school, like really loving it. I wanted to do something with it. So I decided to have that as a major till I get a new one, filled it out. But it never happened, and I stuck with history.
So it sounds like history that you had a passion for as a child was a big influence for you as an adult.
Oh yeah, I love history. Yeah, and it is still one. I love history.
And you said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. It says the only issue is, I've heard it's not a good job to make lots of money like my dad wants me to. That's the only issue. That's the only reason I never became told to be that major, like my freshman year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. So.
And you said that this was when you were a sophomore.
Yes, end of my sophomore year.
I see. And what year are you in college now?
Technically a super senior because I've been here for 4 years, and I'm graduating this December now.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
And how old are you?
I'm 23. No, 3.
23?
Yeah. Oh god, you can hear me. I was saying my 3s and 4s. It's speech.
Oh no. It's quite alright. And plenty of people. I myself had a speech impediment when I was little. I used to lisp on my S's. My music teacher, Mrs. Griffin, wanted me to play the boy who lisped in the Music Man. I talked like Daffy Duck until I was 12. Not in the funny way, in the lisping way.
Oh.
Although I did love that too.
Sorry for that.
Oh no, please, no.
Oh.
I got over it.
Okay.
It takes practice, time. I had good help. I was lucky, very lucky. I'd like to talk more about you.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Now, you're pursuing history.
Yes.
Congratulations. Would you say maybe? How would you say? Would you say in any way Asperger's or the possible OCD or ADHD might have, helped you pursue history at all, or would you say it's kind of helped, or would you say it's helped or hurt you or influenced you to where you've gotten to college? Would you say it's had a big influence on getting where you are today?
I don't know about that. Because it's more of a, because ever since I realized what Asperger's is, because see, in the past, right, until my, sorry, I'm talking myself. Until my
please.
sophomore year, I thought Asperger's, which is just a condition that makes you have trouble being social, like understanding social norms and stuff.
This was your understanding?
No. I thought it was a thing where, if someone, like example, if you saw the word, not like, okay, I don't know anything, but I thought it made me see the world differently from everyone else. Well, like, I was seeing a completely different world from everybody. Yeah, well, but when I realized what it is more, that's when I may have been overreacting to it, because ever since then, see.
And why do you think you may have been overreacting to it?
Because I'm always scared of being rude, I'm being too antisocial. I'm always scared. My mind's always making me scared. I'm always worried that I'm being too antisocial and not doing the right things in society. I'm always, like, now nervous about if it's okay to leave a conversation or something. Am I not hanging out with people enough? Am I supposed to be, like, hanging out in people's rooms all the time, doing all the stuff I see on people do on TV, where they're always constantly hanging out? Yeah, I'm by myself, you see. It's really worrisome.
Sounds like it can be a little strenuous on you, or what you think people are like without disabilities, and you worry about what you should be like having them.
Yes.
The pressure.
Yes, exactly.
Sounds like you feel some pressure.
Oh, yeah, a lot of pressure.
Well, so does life in general. I mean, there is pressure in life everywhere, both for people with and without disabilities.
Well, people without disabilities, though, they seem to be, everyone is exactly the same in society, though. They're all social.
Well, some of them, yes, but that doesn't mean that they don't feel pressure or that they know what they're doing.
I thought everyone did, except me.
Believe it or not, that's very common to feel that way, and that's why a lot of support groups are out there. It's not just for people with disabilities, people without them, for lots of problems. It's that's because they're not alone, and that's a very deep thought that you had. It sounds like it had a pretty major influence. It's had a major influence in your life.
Yeah. And
impact, possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Would be a better word for you to understand impact.
Oh, yeah, it made me worried a lot. And yeah, so it's been hard even though I'm doing the best I can in college still, it still has, it's really hard to do homework. I'm always worried about this stuff.
I'm worried about what stuff
Not
specifically?
If instead of being social, I started doing my homework in my room, like all the time. Should I be going out in lobby where I know people are hanging out, and somehow talking, like how for some reason how people talk for hours in groups. I'm just always worried and being too antisocial by doing homework all the time and in the room by myself. Oh, yeah. Or just doing homework in general,
I see.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty strenuous.
Yeah.
What do you say that there are people or situations that have made it easier?
Oh yeah,
Like tests and homework. Do you have help with that?
I try to get help. Like actually, my old way Sabrina, she has helped me out this semester. She has helped me out a lot because due to the whole I've learned like it's and I learned actually from past my mom too. But it's more important to do homework, do like resourceful stuff, and yeah, they've helped me like be able to realize that homework is more important. I'm not being too antisocial, but even though I don't hang out like how as much as everyone else does, yeah, I don't. I'm still doing things wrong probably. Yeah, I might have, Oh, now think about it. Actually, sorry.
No, I'm just
That's
listening.
fine, no.
Please, that's helpful.
I'm
interview.
not for sure, but I mean, I think I might have enough. Is there a condition about worrying? Yeah, I remember having the reason I take my see. I have to go back.
There is one that comes to mind, but I wouldn't.
Oh,
I don't know if it would be my
Sorry.
place
no, sorry. I just
to kind of suggest it.
I'm just remembering that the reason I take medication, for stress.
Yes.
I mean that's
You
one
take it for
medication.
stress as well.
Yes, there's it's medication I've only recently started taking about, I want to say last year. It's prescribed by my medication doctor. I see Dr. Kugel he's the one in charge of medication. I can't remember if it's for a condition or not, but I know I have lots of stress. I thought for a second, I was thinking maybe it was another condition I have. Because I know that along Asperger's, I do worry, as you know, but not. I have worry issues.
I see.
I mean, Asperger's alone it's hard enough,
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Like for example, one of the issues I have actually is, see, like how me and you're talking, right?
Yes.
I'm comfortable with that. But if it's like a group of people, that is still fine.
So, from what I'm hearing, you are better one-on-one in a conversation than with a group of, I'll say, a few more people, like 4, 5, 6.
Yes, it's really hard. That's why I know this kind of hanging out with people in a lobby, because it's not just one person, there's multiple people. Now I'm more comfortable in my own lobby now because I know people there, but still it's kind of challenging.
Overwhelming?
Yes, overwhelming. Yes, and that actually reminds me, how about talking topics too much?
Oh, no. Although I did have a few things I would like to cover at least before the interview.
I'm sorry.
But if you had a thought you want to finish.
No, it's just one thing. The interview is about how Asperger might affect me with schoolwork. It actually is something that affects me.
And what is that?
See, I have issues for some reason with getting myself to text people or email or email teachers, stuff like that. So that is an issue because it makes me take a lot longer to email a professor or do a project discussion, right? Because even though I can't physically do it, I'm just mentally kind of nervous about it.
So you feel confident, but something about you makes you feel nervous?
Yes, I'm nervous to contact people online. Don't know why. It's even the thought of emailing a professor, I get scared of it a lot. It takes me a while to get myself to do it. I don't know why.
Well, that's interesting, and I can honestly say for certain that I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if you're not the only person feeling that.
So now, you have some questions.
Yes, I did. You said that you were finishing your degree, bachelor's or master's?
Oh, bachelor's.
For history, congratulations.
Thank you.
I was wondering, where do you see this degree taking you? What kind of career?
Well, it all depends on if I want to go to graduate school or not, to get my master's.
I see.
Yes, I have not decided for sure yet. I know I'm planning to get a full-time job to pay off student loan stuff, but It depends. If I go back to masters, I would like to be a curator at a museum. But if not, there's several other possibilities. But I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I can get a job in history. I don't go to graduate school, but Mr. kind of knows about to go. So I'm not really. It's not. I'm still not decided yet, basically. But I'm wanting to become a curator, though. That's my hope.
A curator, very exciting.
Thank you. I want to be. I'm not going to explain this too much. It'll take a while, but I got curious about that job more than it took into public history. It's all about like teaching the public about history. It's really fascinating.
Very interesting. That would you say your disabilities have had an influence on that, or may kind of have an impact?
Huh?
Well, what I mean is like the kind of job you get, or something like that.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Don't know what if. I know my ADHD might be honest. Because when I think about because when I think of my conditions, I think of my issues more than. Well, it's not my ADHD. It makes me. I kind of like being hyper sometimes, and it is. But
you do like being hyper.
Well, yeah. I mean, not that I'm not taking my medication because, No, I'm
just curious. Why do you enjoy that sometimes?
Well, to be honest, it makes me feel like a kid more. And stops me thinking that I'm growing.
And to you, that is a good thing.
Yeah, it stops making me scared of dying and getting old. Sorry. And the saying is, everyone has a fear of dying and getting old. But when I play a kid Legos, first off, it's really fun, just math and stuff. And also, it makes me feel more like a kid again. Because it's not more of an old thing, but I'm not ready to give up toys yet. I don't want to get into. I see people all the time just always doing things like phone stuff, like going on the phone or I don't know. I just kind of nervous about this one stuff, I guess, because it doesn't seem that fun to me.
So from what I'm hearing, Legos seem like a coping mechanism of kind of entering the adult world for you. The strains of the adult world.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it does actually. Because when I have a building of Legos, even though it does take up hours of my time from doing homework, it does calm me down from my stress. So yeah, I see. Yeah, it does help me out with this grown up stuff.
I see.
Oh, never thought of that before. Kind of.
Well, it's a hard subject. Coping, adult life.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, out of curiosity, I apologize if this is a touchy subject. If you want, we don't have to go over it. But if someone were to wave a magic wand, and for one day you didn't have any of your disabilities, no Asperger, no ADHD, no possible LCD, and did I say ADHD? Yeah, ADHD. Would you take it? Like, do you think, like, if you could give up your disabilities, would you or would you not?
That's a hard one. See, my Asperger's was because I always want to know like being normal, but I know my ADHD though, to be honest, even though medication does take care of and stuff, I don't know, I kind of like how I kind of like my, some of my hyperactivity because I don't know, it's kind of fun, but I would get rid of my Asperger's, yes, but for all of them, I don't know, then I wouldn't really be me though.
So you are grateful for some of it.
Oh yeah.
You are grateful, at least in some aspects, to be the way you are.
Yeah, and you can see even when I do talk a lot about bad things about my Asperger's, that's more because of a worry because I'm not doing things right. Because, to be honest, I do love being by myself. I just know that that's what I'm not supposed to do because most people aren't normally always social, I believe. I think.
It sounds to me like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that your disabilities, at least from the experience you're giving me, while they can be hard on social engagement and pursuing your priorities and recognizing them as well, it sounds to me like they help you recognize them better, though.
Yeah.
That's a very very wise enlightenment, very enlightening recognition.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you, Andrew, for meeting with us, and I want to thank you for your time. Very helpful.
Thanks.
And I really enjoyed it, and you'll be seeing a lot more wonderful interviews like Andrew Hardin here on Outliers Unlimited. Thank you for your time.